if you had known some of the things that you know right now, would you have done things differently? I feel like I'm at that stage in my life where I would have probably done a whole lot of things differently, knowing what I know now. But like where I am now, trust me, is not where I would have been. Hey guys, welcome to my YouTube channel. This is Idolcast My Space. Thanks for tuning in, thanks for clicking, thanks for watching. If you like what you see, please do me a favor, subscribe, leave a like button, a comment down below if you will. Yeah, so without further ado, let's get into the video. So guys, don't mind me if I keep looking now. I jotted some things. I don't want to forget anything because I feel like this is something that a lot of people would benefit from. People in your 20s or people in their 20s would definitely benefit from this. People in their 30s would benefit from this. People in their 40s would benefit from this. In as much as people title these videos leveling up in your 20s, leveling up in your 30s or whatever, I feel like these same principles or these principles apply across all ages. I saw a video of Kamsin Namani and she did a video leveling up in your 20s, and I watched it. It was quite insightful. I learned a lot from somebody that is in her early 20s. I don't know if she's in her early 20s or in her 20s. I know she just finished 7 recently, and for somebody like me, I finished, guys, I'm not that old. I promise you I'm not that old, but I finished 7 in 2015 or 2014. No, I graduated in 2014. So I finished, my service was in 2015. Oh yeah, I got married in my service year. While I was 7 was when I got married, which is right now 2015 to now is 6 years ago, guys. Initially it felt like it was just yesterday, but now it's like 6 years ago. That's when I finished 7, and Kamsi just recently finished 7, and she seems really put together. Like she knows what she wants and she's going after it and it's working for her, and I applaud her because when I was that age, if I had done some of the things that she's doing now, I would have been. Do you get? So that is why I decided to do this video. Another reason why I'm making this video is also because I've always loved, or I've always wanted to do things for teenage girls that are younger than me, simply because there are certain mistakes I made in my teenage years, in my early 20s, that I wouldn't have made if I had known any better. That's something that I pray God provides me with the means and ability to, so that I can reach out to as many teenage girls as I can, because I wouldn't want because at the end of the day, when you finish making those mistakes in your early 20s or in your teenage years, when you're older, you look back and you be like, why did I even do that? Like, what was the point? Why did I try? Do you get? So I just hope that, you know, someday I'm able, by able I mean financially, although with this video it can reach out to some teenage girls or some girls in their early 20s, and hopefully they learn from me and learn from it, because I'm also going to be sharing some of my life experiences, things I've actually been through that, you know, I probably shouldn't have done. So yeah, hopefully this also helps, and someday financially I hope I'm able to help. Yeah, so let's get into the video. I don't want to talk too much. So yeah, so some of the things I believe that people should I wear my glasses to make me look all serious and shit? So some of the things I believe people should do. I feel like I look so serious. I feel like I look like a lecturer. You won't take me serious. Let me take it off. But yeah, the glass, it actually helps me from the lights. But I'm talking so much. Okay, let's go. So first things first, in your early 20s, some people even in their 30s are still confused and don't know what to do. Listen to me. Listen to me. Are you listening? Listening to me. You might be confused and not know what to do. You might not even have an idea of what your future looks like. This is what I would advise you to do. Try it all. Yes, everything that you feel drawn to, I would advise you to try it all. Now, should I put a disclaimer out there that I'm not a life coach or a professional therapist or whatever, but these are some of the things that I would have done and would work, or I feel like would have worked for me, that I feel can also work for you. At a point in my life, I was so confused. I didn't know what I wanted to do in my life. I did not know where, you know, what I wanted to become in life. And that is simply because, you know, as a kid, when they ask you what you want to become, everybody has that go-to career that they, you know, for me now, I wanted to be a lawyer. I said, oh, I'm going to be a lawyer, blah, blah, blah. And then in Nigeria, when you apply to school, sometimes it's not what you apply for that you end up getting. Please stay with me, guys. And then when I graduated and I did my my service, I served in a media house, and I ended up doing things that were more linked to mass communication and not even theater art. Although theater art also helped, but I realized that I was drawn to the media and the media was drawn to me. I did not know how to go about it. It did not occur to me at the time to either invest in myself, like go to learn full time, or to like go to a school. Like if I had known that that was what I really wanted to do at that age, I probably wouldn't have done my degree in theater art. I probably would have furthered in filmmaking or something. Like, you get what I mean? But what I'm trying to say is I was confused, but that didn't stop me. After university, I decided to try it all. When I say try it all, I mean try it all. Before I even started working in the media house, I remember I spoke to my boss at the time, and I told him I didn't know what I wanted to do, blah blah blah. And he was like, so what department in this company do you want to work? And I was like, I don't know exactly what I want to do, but I felt like I could present or do something in front of the camera. And then I was like, okay, fine, he'll give me a crew, go and do what you want to do, let them edit it and then bring it back to me. So I went. I don't know if I probably have deleted that video because it's terrible. It was terrible. It is still terrible. Like, I can't, in fact. So I went on the streets of Lagos and I did a vox pop and I was recording different people and everything. They edited it and I presented it to him. He knew I was not ready, and then he told me, okay, why not walk behind the cameras and see if, you know, after a while you'll be ready to come back in front of the camera. Now, while walking behind the camera, I realized that, okay, this is where I want to be. I don't want to be in front of the camera anymore. So it's part of the confusion, but I ended up trying everything, and it brought me to this. Because now I feel like I'm at the point where I know what I want to do. I want to be behind the camera. I want to take pictures. I want to make videos. I also want to make YouTube videos because I feel like this way I can teach people certain things that I know or that I have done, or mistakes that I've made that I believe that would help people, and you know, they won't make the same mistakes. I don't know if this place is echoing. If it's echoing, sorry guys about that. But yeah, so confusion is normal is what I'm saying. Confusion is normal in your early 20s. Confusion is normal even for some people in their 30s. Some people who don't wake up early and are now in their 40s are still confused on what to do. It doesn't matter. It is part of it. Just keep doing everything till you find your niche. Keep trying everything. By trying everything, I don't mean making all the wrong decisions in life. By trying everything, I mean career-wise, future goals, things you want to do, how you see yourself. Just keep trying it. You end up figuring out what you want to do, and at the end of the day, no knowledge is wasted. No knowledge is wasted. So at the end of the day, no knowledge is wasted. So just keep trying everything. The way life works is, I'm realizing that at the end of the day, you realize that this person you met 7 years ago is now a friend to somebody you know now. Like, life is so small, and just don't waste every opportunity you get. Don't be like, oh, I'm not interested, I don't want. Just try to be present-minded in that confused state. Just try to be present-minded, and it might help you in the future. Oh, investing in yourself. So investing in yourself and investing in a business, I feel like I always forget to put my phone on silent. Investing in yourself and investing in a business or in your future helps you at the end of the day. It's not a now something. It's an investment that will yield results later. Do you get? So for instance now, I never used to invest in myself. Like, I would wait for my guardian, my parents. You know, as a young girl, when you're in school, you have parents taking care of your bills, you're getting money here and there. You can lie to some uncles, lie to some aunties, lie to your friends to get money and do stuff. Now, all those monies I got, all those monies I had, if I had invested them in a business, invested them in myself, by investing in yourself, like maybe learning a skill, paying to learn a skill, paying to learn a trade, paying to do something other than school, not other than school, but like alongside school. By now, I know how far I would have gone. Now, I know that investing in myself right now is like, now at this stage, when I invest in myself, I feel like I know that this is what I want to do, and I invest in myself. And because I invest in myself from my pocket, I try not to waste it. It's not like you have no choice, because you cannot invest in yourself. This is looking too bright though. Sorry guys, I don't know if it was me, it was looking too bright, so I had to reduce it. So now, because I invest in myself, I don't waste the opportunity. I'm more present-minded. I take care of the things more. Like, for instance, I buy an equipment that is expensive. Some of my gadgets for photography are quite pricey. I make sure that I maintain them like this because I cannot afford to lose it. If I'd invested in myself earlier, do you understand what I'm trying to say? So investing in yourself is key. Sorry guys, I don't know if it was me, it was looking too bright, so I had to reduce it. So now, because I invest in myself, I don't waste the opportunity. I'm more present-minded. I take care of the things more. Like, for instance, I buy an equipment that is expensive. Some of my gadgets for photography are quite pricey. I make sure that I maintain them like this because I cannot afford to lose it. If I'd invested in myself earlier, do you understand what I'm trying to say? So investing in yourself is key. Your friends might be turning up now and you are busy investing in yourself, learning this, learning that. They might laugh at you. You shouldn't even care about people laughing at you when you're trying to invest in yourself because it is for you. At the end of the day, when you become successful, they will be the one praising you and applauding you. But when you call them every second for money, it is now like you're disturbing them. So don't waste that opportunity. Invest in yourself. Now, discipline is something that I feel like it's a bit difficult for a lot of people in their 20s because the distractions are just there. They are just there in your face, staring at you in your face. The distractions are there. Discipline is key. If you are not disciplined, you cannot do anything. If you are not disciplined, you cannot do anything. If you are not disciplined, you cannot do anything if you are not disciplined. How do I explain this? Now, even with social media, even with YouTube, social media, let me start with social media. There was a time I was very consistent on social media. I grew my page to like a really huge following. Although Instagram, I'll blame them for this. They discouraged me because they disabled my page. But I was consistent, I was disciplined, and I saw the growth. I saw the growth because I was disciplined. So whatever it is you are doing, you have to be disciplined enough, and that helps you be consistent. Like if you're not disciplined, you can't be consistent. I feel like discipline and consistency goes side by side. Anything you're doing and doing, you are yielding results at the end of. You will eventually, it's just like working out and you're trying to work your body or mold your body to a particular shape or size or whatever you want your body to be like. The more you work at it, you will definitely see results at the end of the day. So you just have to be disciplined. It's usually difficult because there are a lot of distractions in your 20s. In your 30s, I feel like you shouldn't even be if you still have distractions in your 30s, I feel like you're not ready. If you have distractions in your 40s, I feel like you're not ready. There's a saying, a fool at 40 is a fool forever. Now, I don't believe that is true because even in your 40s, it is not too late. It is never too late. So long as you have life, you are breathing, it is never too late. Anyway, maybe if you're in your 70s, it's too late because then you're stern and old in your ways. Or maybe even in your 60s. But in your 40s, trust me, it is never too late. I know people in their 40s that just woke up and are getting it. You just have to be willing to learn and be humble so that you can learn. So you just have to be disciplined. Like, there is no escaping it. I'm trying to be disciplined. That's why I'm consistent on social media, on YouTube now. So yeah, I feel like it is really paying off because the more consistent I am on YouTube, the more consistent I am on other social media platforms, I see a growth. Planning. It is very important. It is important to plan. If you don't plan, you plan to fail. Failure to plan is planning to fail. She also said this in her video. That's Kamsi said this in her video, and I thought it was really cool because it's something that I had heard before, and you don't really understand this till you start working towards something, and then you realize that you're failing. Sometimes people fail because they did not plan. If you plan towards something, your chances of failing is slim, unless maybe things are working against you and things that are beyond your control are working against you. But if you plan towards something, it will definitely succeed. Unless, like I said earlier, things are working against you. But failure to plan is definitely planning to fail. You will fail woefully with your face on the floor like this. Woefully. So you definitely have to plan, and that is something I was fortunate enough to learn from my friends, which brings me to my next point. Circle of friends you keep is extremely important. It is extremely important, the circle of friends you keep. Guys, let me explain this. Now, planning is something I had to learn from my friends. No, this is something that my husband had been hammering on, Dorcas, you have to plan, don't leave things till last minute, do not procrastinate. And I heard him, I understood him, but I got to really understand him more when I started to keep when my circle of friends changed. It did not change, I've always had them, but the closer we got, I just realized that the circle of friends you keep really matters. If you know me before and you know me, the me of before is a different me that you know now. At different stage, I had different set of friends, and whoever I met or whoever knew me at those stages can probably tell that there were bits and pieces of me that they saw potential in, but then there were bits and pieces of me that they probably felt had some flaws, like distractions, procrastination, like a whole lot of flaws. But now the me of today is very different. I feel like I'm lucky for the circle of friends that I have. They have good heads on their shoulders and they motivate me, they inspire me, because you cannot see your friends doing the right things or killing it in life, succeeding, and then you're just there procrastinating and doing what you want to do. They will motivate you and encourage you. Just watching them inspires you and encourages you. Do you get? Although now watching them inspires you and motivates you, and then them also telling you that I see this in you and I believe you're good at it and you can be better if you do this, and then you start to realize, but yeah, what am I doing with my time? Why not? So the circle of friends you keep really matters. Like, it is, I cannot say that enough. It is very important. In as much as the circle of friends help mold you in your life decisions, it also helps you in terms of, you also need a circle of friends that is your small community. You need that small community, that support community, that support system. I'm not saying you have 1,000 friends, because trust me, 1,000 of them might be your friends, but you are not their friend. You get what I'm saying? So a small circle of friends, I feel like, is fine. You don't need too many friends, but then you need the right amount of friends. For instance, there might be something that might be coming up for you, and then you want to find out, or you're trying to get something, and you don't have a circle of friends, or you don't have 1 or 2 persons you can call to inquire, do you know somebody that knows somebody that can get me this? Because especially in a country like Nigeria, that everything is connection based, you still need 1 or 2 persons here and there that you can call. But then again, do not get it wrong. In as much as you're calling them for connection purposes, do not forget that you also have to work towards being at a particular level yourself, so they can call you for something too. You don't want a situation where you have friends and you're always calling them for stuff and they can't call you for stuff. At the end of the day, they will see like the relationship is one-sided and they will move on. So you need to work at bettering yourself so that you can be useful to your friends, and then you can also learn from your friends because they're also working on themselves. I don't know if you guys stayed with me. Please let me know in the comment section if you stayed with me, because I feel like your circle of friends is key. And I don't want to dwell on this so much, because a lot of people will be like, oh, we know the friends you're talking about. No, you don't. You don't know all my friends, but yeah, it's very important. It's very important, the circle of friends you surround yourself with. So these are the 5 things I believe. There are more things that you can do to help yourself in your 20s and your 30s, but these 5 points I believe will really help you. Sometimes even when you're planning, I believe that you might plan and forget to do those things that you plan to do. That's why it is very important. I just looked at myself in the mirror. So that's why it's very important to at least have a reminder. If you're a forgetful person, have a reminder, or have somebody that can remind you to do those things so that you don't forget. If you forget that much, if you need a calendar, like Gmail calendar, Google calendar helps. If you don't have that, you can have a book, a jotter, whatever. Just a night before, just jot down the things you want to do a night before, and the next day make sure you open the book. It's one thing for you to write it out, it's another thing for you to literally open the book. So make sure you open the book and actually check and do those things. In my case now, I already made a to-do list the day before for today that I was going to film 2 videos, and this is my first time. I'm going to still do another one and then still shoot content for social media. So it is very important that you plan these things. If you're in your 20s, it is not too late. Do everything till you figure yourself out. If you're in your 30s, It is never too late yet. That's like, you still have enough time in your 30s. Don't get discouraged by people around you. Still plan and work on yourself, and things will get better. In your 40s, it is not late. It is not late in your 40s. It is not late to achieve what you want to achieve. Still go ahead and achieve what you want to achieve. So yeah, when I saw Kamsi's video, I was like, this girl is pretty young and she's killing it in the YouTube space. I like that. I applaud her for that, because it is amazing to see people in their 20s killing it like that, because it motivates. For people like me, it motivates me. Like when I see people killing it motivates me, and I try to find out what they are doing right, what they are doing, so that I can use it and better myself. But then again, there are some people that when they see people doing things like they're killing it or something, they start hating and they are envious. If that is you, just hold your chest. If that is you, just place your hand on your chest and tell yourself, you are a what? You are a WITCH. Because how can you see somebody killing it and then you're there hating? Then again, it doesn't make any sense. You can admire it, you can learn from the person, and it will help you, as opposed to just there hating and picking the person apart and picking what the person is doing apart just so that you can feel good about yourself. That is demonic in my own opinion. But yeah, I feel like I'm going too deep with this thing. But yeah, so those are some of the things I believe you can help you level up in your 20s. Kamsi killed it with that video. I decided to do the same thing. Okay, so if you love this video, please give this video a huge thumbs up and then leave a comment down. Let's continue this conversation in the comment section, because in as much as I'm sharing some of the things that I wish I had done in my 20s, I would also love to hear from you guys, and let's have this conversation down in the comment section so I can also learn from you guys. See you guys in my next one. Bye.